Hey guys, it's Hans Hobbies, and today I have a running video and kind of a first impressions run video of my Tamiya Comical Avante. This is the GF-01CB platform. I've had a GF-01 before, and I've done a full review on my GF-01 FJ40. And it's on my channel, so you guys can check that out if you guys want. And this is essentially the same chassis, same car, with a few minor updates. So obviously the wheels and tires are all new, bubble wheels and tires. They're two-piece wheels and tires, and they look fantastic, I think. And the tires also feel much nicer than the ones that came on the Toyota GF-01. The body also is pre-painted, and I think it looks fantastic. The driver figure is not in there yet, but that will be happening soon. And it has the buggy side rails instead of the truck chassis rails that are usually on there. The bumper looks more like the Avante front bumper with some auxiliary lights on there. That looks pretty cool. It also comes with oil shocks, CVA shocks out of the box, which the regular GF-01 did not. And in the rear, we have the exhaust pipes. And I believe all the CB models have slightly wider track arms, which help it have this kind of stance, as well as be a little bit more stable compared to the standard GF-01 and WR-02 models. But yeah, I have this thing upgraded with ball bearings because I run ball bearings on all my Tamiya kits. And this one, I put in the Tamiya Sport Tune motor in there because there is a lot of drivetrain loss on these little cars, but it looks pretty amazing. It was a pretty fun build, but I'm excited to get it running for the first time actually. I'm running a 3600 milliamp hour 6-cell nickel metal hydride battery pack, and with that torque tune motor, first of all, that 4-wheel drive with this new tire, that grips really well. Even on this slick garage floor surface, it's pretty dusty as well. It's gripping really hard. The overall speed isn't that high. The top speed isn't that great even with the Sport Tune motor. But it is responsive and peppy. See if we can get it to pop a wheelie. Yep, it definitely wheelies. It doesn't sustain the wheelie for very long though, unlike the Toyota GF-01 that I had. It might be because this has a slightly lower center of gravity. There's also multiple ways you can build the setup of the suspension. I built mine in the lowest possible setting, so it'll reduce rollovers. And of course, right as I'm about to say that, I roll it over on that beautiful, beautiful body. Oh man, it is what it is. Oh, I did it again. So yeah, it is still pretty top heavy, just by the nature of the vehicle, but be a little bit more careful with it. It does handle pretty well, and with all these WR-02 and GF-01 type vehicles, because the motor is just mounted on the side of the chassis, it rolls over much easier this way than it does this way. That's just the nature of the vehicle. So that is something to keep in mind. But yeah, a lot of people aren't a fan of the Comical series. I personally really like the way they look. I am a big fan of the GF-01 and WR-02, Comical series in general. So that might be partially why. But I think it's a pretty fun little vehicle, and I think they look great for what it is anyway. It's kind of a weird car because it's not quite a monster truck and it's not quite a buggy. It's kind of its own little class. The oil-filled shocks work very, very well. And the tires, I actually really love these tires, and I'm actually planning on getting these tires for my Comical Hornet as well. And I think I might be doing that wide arm, wide track mod on this as well. I think that would look pretty cool and also improve the handling quite significantly. Just the way it hops around is just really nice. And I don't know if you heard it before, but these tires will actually squeal a little bit. Which is also pretty cool. So far with the GF-01CB series, they have the Avante and the Hotshot. I think the Avante looks pretty fantastic. I think the Hotshot looks terrible. For the same reason I think the Comical Frog looks terrible. They both have these like Lexan fake shocks on as part of the body, and it just looks awful in my opinion. And just to start with, even just like the regular Avante, I think, was a much more pretty buggy compared to the Hotshot, but that's just my own feelings about it. Yeah, once the driver figure's in there and the lights are set up on it, I think this is gonna be definitely one of my favorite cars. One feature about the GF-01 is because it has the 4-wheel drive, which means 4-wheel braking, and the short wheelbase, it does mean it'll flip forward, which it's failing to do at the moment. Like that. It's not as fun to do with this particular buggy because the buggy wing will actually just stop it from fully rolling back over. So that's not really a feature and more of a hindrance with this one, but again, it is what it is, and I think it's pretty neat for its intended purpose, which is just to have like kind of light little fun like this, and it's just a really enjoyable little buggy to build and to just drive around. Ooh. Well, before I ruin this body any further, look at all that scratches going on the top of that beautiful little cockpit dome. But yep, oop, the dogs are out, so I guess I'll cut it here. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this little buggy, and you'll probably see this buggy again on my channel because I have some other plans for it. So but until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.